All right, guys, it's been a while since we've done a tier list, so who's ready to talk Stranger Things?
About damn time. Every season, I never leave my couch until the last episode is done, so I can't wait to rank this show. So, do I even need to say it? Season 1 straight to S tier, right?
Absolutely. Season 1 was amazing. It felt like an homage to classic 80s monster movies and Stephen King novels, and it really made me feel like I was watching a modern take on those 80s horror movies. All the kids are played amazingly. Child actors are always a gamble, but not a single actor does bad in this first season, and the Demogorgon is now one of the most iconic monsters in pop culture. Not to mention, this may be the scariest season, and given that we are all horror fans, we need to consider that. Overall, season 1 is perfect. Might be my favorite season, so S tier is its rightful place.
Yeah, sure, it's great, but I can't forgive how they treated Steve.
Well, he kind of deserved what he got by the end of this season.
No, he fucking didn't. My boy didn't deserve to have his face smashed in, and it happens every fucking season.
Oh my fucking God. Trump, are you team Steve?
Obviously, aren't you?
Hell no, I'm team Jonathan. Watch season 1 again. Sure, you like Steve in later seasons, but at least for season 1, Jonathan is the better character.
What the fuck are you smoking, Corey?
No, Corey's right here. Steve is great in the later seasons, but season 1, Steve is the most punchable character in Stranger Things, but still doesn't take away from this season. In fact, it adds to it that Joe Carey is able to play both an unlikable asshole and a genuinely likable guy with the same character. But for season 1, you're clearly meant to like Jonathan more. Moving on from that, though, how did we not mention fucking Winona Ryder? That woman is monster and goth movie royalty.
Winona fucking steals every scene she's in. She plays Joyce amazingly. She might be the best actor in this season and maybe in the entire show.
Damn right. Just the fact they got her for the show after she's been in masterpieces like Beetlejuice and Edward Scissorhands just shows how good this show is. Season 1 belongs in S tier. Now, what do we think of season 2?
Forgettable as shit.
What the fuck did you just say?
You better fucking explain yourself, you walking mango.
Trump, there is a nuke on its way to your house right now. If I don't hear a valid reason for your clearly mentally fucked opinion, then Trump Tower will become ground zero.
Whoa, hear me out here. This season is great. It introduces Max, who is easily the best character in the show, and who doesn't love the demo dogs. And Noah Schnapp's acting for Will is amazing. It's like the Mind Flayer is really in there, but apart from the massacre at the lab, and the characters saving Will from the Mind Flayer and Max's entire existence. Everything in this season is kind of disposable. Like, this shit doesn't need to be seen. Especially that fucking episode where Eleven goes to find that other girl that was at the lab and becomes a criminal. That was easily the worst episode of this show, and it's only there for 11 to get the goth look. And do they even kill the Mind Flayer at the end? No, they don't. He fucking gets away and comes back next season anyway. B tier season, it's fucking forgettable, and some episodes are fucking unnecessary.
Yeah, we know. We just didn't want to say it. Aside from Max, there really isn't much memorable here. The Mind Flayer is cool, but can you honestly say you like it more than the Demogorgon? Of course you can't, B tier.
So you called off the nuke?
There never was a nuke.
Fuck, I can't believe I fell for that.
Well, you did, and you can never live that down. Moving on to season 3. Personally, I think it's a step up from season 2, but still not S tier. The Mind Flayer is more intimidating here, with controlling people and making a body out of people's melted bodies is fucking terrifying, but still not even close to the monster royalty of the Demogorgon. And having the kids grow into teens is cool to have a coming of age story inside a monster story, which honestly gives us some really wholesome and hilarious moments. The only thing holding it back is how, aside from the scenes with Robin, Steve, and Dustin, nobody fucking cares about the Russian subplot. Why the fuck do they even think opening a gate to the Upside Down is a good idea, and where the fuck did they get the technology for that? I don't remember that ever being explained. Overall, good season, but not perfect. I say A tier.
I think you pretty much summed it up nicely there, Corey. The sauna scene is fucking awesome, and so is the carnival chase, but that's really all I can add to what you said. A tier it is, and now moving on to season 4. Now, I know we've basically been holding every villain in this show to the Demogorgon, but come on, guys. We finally have a villain with a real personality and motivation. Vexna is one of my favorite villains in fiction. He was fucking terrifying.
Fucking hell he is. I've been seeing him in my nightmares lately.
Does this mean what I think it does?
No, it fucking doesn't mean that. If you think for 1 second that I'm going inside that pervert's mind, then you're fucking demented, Trump.
Okay, I know we've had some really random people join our calls before, but how the fuck did Vecna join?
There is surprisingly good Wi-Fi in the Upside Down.
How the fuck does that even work? Isn't it stuck in 1983?
I may have cursed someone to bring me their phone and Wi-Fi router.
Are we seriously giving a backstory to how Vecna has fucking Wi-Fi?
Apparently, yes. This is what YouTube has come to now.
Shut the fuck up, you sentient orange. Now you're presidential fucks. And Corey, who I'm growing more convinced each day is the only sane one of all of you. And he's in fucking Slipknot, for God's sake. Now rank season 4. And if it's any lower than S tier, I will make sure none of you make it back to your homes alive tonight.
Holy shit, you're fucking terrifying. Just put season 4 into S tier. My diaper's already full.
Joe, that is fucking disgusting. Now on to ranking season 4, it's pretty much perfect. Vecna killing seemingly at random in the first half of the season makes him easily the scariest villain we've had in the show. Eddie was fucking awesome. When he played Master of Puppets to lead the demo bats away, it was awesome. I only wish he lived. I hope he comes back in season 5. Now I know that the Russian plot is kind of boring, but not here because they finally bring back the Demogorgon. But honestly, if there's a Demogorgon out there, can't Vecna just control him to go to Hawkins? No idea why he doesn't do that. And remember that Victor Creel is played by fucking Freddy Krueger himself, the national treasure that is Robert Englund. And Vecna's origin was fucking awesome, and Jamie Campbell Bower steals every scene he's in, either as Henry Creel or as Vecna. Season 4 deserves S tier, nothing lower. If you guys think it's lower, then you deserve to get cursed.
That can be arranged.
There's no need for that. Please don't break every bone in my body. Season 4 is S tier. My only wish is we get more time with Eddie, Victor, and Vecna. I'm a little biased for Victor, though, because he's played by fucking Freddy Krueger, but still Robert Englund, as always, gives an amazing performance. Another thing is I don't remember how Brenner survived ever being explained, but who the fuck cares this season is too good to be brought down by that. Honestly, watching it, I thought they might actually have the balls to kill off Max, but I'm glad they didn't. But I do think that the next season is time for some main characters to die.
I agree. It's finally time to get some real nobody is safe stakes by killing off a main character or two. And I agree with Steer. The only thing I wanted more of was actually the Demogorgon in the prison. I was so fucking mad when they have the massacre off screen. I wanted to see a Demogorgon go on a fucking rampage through the prison. But overall, an amazing season and deserves nothing less than S tier.
So politicians can do something right after all. Very good. Now you all should know by now. Like and subscribe, or else I'm coming for you, and your time will be fast.
Did Vecna just threaten everyone watching this video?
Yeah, but it's not like we could stop him even if we wanted to.
Also vote Vecna for president and make the Upside Down great again.
What the fuck did I just hear you say, you slimy fuck?